Well, I have not done this in a long time, but it's time for MCC predictions. To start off Pride 23, we have the Red Rabbits, consisting of Pizza Hut, Green, Gemini Tay, and the newcomer Zombie Cleo. This team will do well in almost all of the team games that are present in this event, so I can see them doing very well. Next up is the Orange Ocelots, consisting of newcomer Owen's Juice TV, Smager, Indo Littlewood, and another newcomer Gookie. This team is pretty well-rounded, and I could see doing well in most games. Next up is a slept-on team by the community, being the Yellow Yaks, consisting of AimZ, Jojo Solos, False Symmetry, and Shovel. I think this team has a way better shot than most people are giving them credit for. Next up is the Lime team, which I think most people have said is one of the weakest, but I still think that the combination of Ollie Gamer, Sylvie, Kara Corvus, and Gianelli can put in some work in this event if they all try hard enough. Next up is the Green team, which is the last of day 1, which was HBomb94, Ranbu, newcomer Lily Pichu, and Saikuno. This team will do well in games such as Bingo and Buildmart, and as well as Sands of Time, another Team Games Andy team, which I could see being a very good asset to have during this event. Next up is the Cyan Coyotes, consisting of Illumina, Gumi, two newcomers in X Chocobars, also known as Janet, and Ryan Higa. I think this team depends highly on the newcomers, but I think that they can do well as long as at least one of the two newcomers has a better event than people were expecting. Next up is the Aqua Axolotls, consisting of Filza, Tapo, Red Velvet Cake, and Eritz. I think this team has a pretty good shot at making the final duel, as long as they play their better games late, which is a lot. Next up is the Blue Bats, consisting of Antfrost, Dr. Gluon, Critic Zeus, and Vixella. You may recognize this team as 3 of the 4 as a Simmers, and you'd be correct. This team a similar team has happened to us in MCC Scuff, but instead of Antfrost, it was Fire Breath Man, and that team got 3rd place. So I can see a very similar result coming out of this team. Next up is one of the most hyped up teams this event, and that is the Purple Pandas, consisting of Kratzy, newcomer Mysticat, Elena EXE, and Gizzy Gaza. This team is going to highly depend on Mysticat, but I do think that they have it in them to have an absolutely dominating performance this event, especially having a very strong duo with Misty and Kratzy. Last team is the Pink Parrots, consisting of 5UP, newcomer Piso, Tubbo, and Becky. This team is definitely pretty well rounded, as all these players are not weak, but not all that strong in their own rights. Moving on to the predictions, and last I will sadly put the Lime Llamas, because I don't see them being the best team in many games. While I do think they have team games such as Battle Box and Parkour Tag that they can do well in, I do not think there's going to be enough difference in those games to help them climb out of the last place spot. The 9th, I'm putting Pink, and I think I'm likely underrating this team quite a bit. I think they have a good shot at doing well in games that I don't think they're actually going to do as well in, but you never know what's going to happen on the day, and maybe they do actually follow up with this prediction. Next up is the 8th place Cyan Coyotes, and I honestly think many people will think I'm putting them too high here, but I honestly think this is a fair place for them to sit. I think they have enough good games, such as Parkour Tag and Battle Box, same with Lime, but I just think they're going to do slightly better in their worst games. 7th is probably a pretty hot take, but I'm putting Green. I don't think that they're necessarily a bad team by any means. I just don't think that they're the best. I don't think they're the best in this event, but I can absolutely see them in the top 2. 6th place, I'm putting the Red Rabbits. Honestly, just because I think they're a solid team, and I don't think they're going to do anything crazy, but I also don't think they're going to do extremely mid. 5th is the Orange Ocelots, and here's where we start the real competition, and I think these top 5 teams are going to be very close. With Owen and Gucky have both played in Rising before, I think that experience is going to help them get higher placements than normal newcomers would in this event, and I think that's going to be enough to help Orange secure a top 5 placement. 4th up is going to be the Blue Bats. I think that this team is honestly pretty damn strong, and I think I can absolutely see this team getting first or 2nd. I just think they might fall a little short, maybe just due to some game over issues. Third place is probably one of the hotter takes, and that's Aqua. I think that this team should realistically be making finals, but I do not think that they might honestly lose to second place Yellow, which is probably the hottest take I have here. But I genuinely think with the game order that this team has been given, I genuinely think that they can do really well this event. They have Amesy, who has been looking for a pop-off tournament for a while now, Jojo, who's been a solid player throughout all of Season 3, and False and Shovel, with not having the best year so far, I still think that they have a chance at coming back for this event, and all coming together and getting a second place. And that leaves first place as Purple, because I do have faith that the Misty and Dave duo is going to go absolutely crazy this event. I do not see many worlds that this team does not make the final. I just think that they're very strong. Well, not many worlds, but I do think there's a lot of ways that they can't make it, but I think this team is very strong, and it's the most threatening team this event. And that's it. And as a recap, I really don't have any winner between Purple or Yellow for Dodgeball, because I think it's a pretty fair fight. So I could see it going either way on the day. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you look forward to more content from me soon, because I think that'll be coming.